indicated that was something that was a key. Okay, over there, you've been waiting patiently.
So when we're talking about the compacts and that we are, I think I'm getting the idea that you make an agreement as a district to do certain things, achieve certain things. My question is, if that doesn't happen, then what?
Okay.
Because we're talking about kids, so then what?
Okay, so what the consequences will be. Okay, thank you for that. Okay, other key, and I'm going to look here for people who haven't spoken yet. Okay, who have not spoken yet as we're going around one more time. Because many of you have had a chance.
I'm child care worker, and I have a concern about the early childhood education. That what's going to happen to protect the odd hour child care and the student child care after school.
Okay, so concerned about that. Okay, here and then back over here, and you, I'm sorry, spoken about. Okay, so over there, then back to you. Okay, in terms of kind of closing comments, closing concerns, questions, we'll get to you. Okay.
I just had a question to see how much, I haven't seen in all of this, how much will be put towards high school students who are going to be making really big decisions of job or college. I think a lot of our Oregon students don't know what the opportunities are, and rather than putting them into major debt with college loans, not knowing if there is a job in our state and in our zip code that we can help pipeline them. So I would like to see the OEIB add a really big jobs pathway component, whether it's into the workforce, 2-year, 4-year, with a real big emphasis on those kids who are going to be either employed or unemployed in 2012, 13, and 14.
Okay, thank you. We have a comment over here, and then we'll get to you next, okay? Again, make sure you're handing in your feedback sheets if you have.
This is regarding early childhood. First of all, I want to compliment the OEIB board for taking the courage to do the thing that the research has told us for years is the best investment for our dollars. Having said that, I think it's imperative that we make sure that we have practitioners on the field involved in the development of it. But it is the best thing we can do for kids. Child's brain is 90% developed by age 5. We are not closing the achievement gap. It continues to widen. We're being reactive. I think this is an initiative that will allow us to be proactive.
Okay, thank you. Microphone over there. And then I think we're going to wind up.
I have 2 comments. Number 1, and maybe I missed it, are there any opportunities for students to provide input about what kind of education they want instead of the adults making all the decisions? I think I might ask my own middle schoolers about that. Secondly, there are a lot of models worldwide for education that are being ignored. This model came about this summer, and a lot of it's been aligned with the No Child Left Behind waiver. And there's a template created by the federal government that the state has to fill out. And that's what this plan aligns with. And so all the states that are going for waivers are just plugging in reward school. What are you going to do to get that? Focus school. It's not our idea. This is the federal government telling us how to create our education system. And I would rather we go back to the drawing board and look at what's working in schools like, not schools, but countries like Finland, who is completely opposite to all of this. And I think other places in Canada, and like, what are they doing that's working? And someone brought up the PISA research that shows that our kids actually do pretty good outside of poverty. So there's some things we should be looking at with that too. But Finland is like the complete opposite, and we need to be looking at other models. And I feel like we're at a tipping point. We need to like really slow down and look at what are we doing here, because this is a big decision. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to just recognize Ben Cannon over here. Ben, could you raise your hand, please? Ben is, you're the education advisor to the governor, and we're glad that you've been with us all evening and has been sitting at one of the tables, but we didn't recognize you. Tim, are there any of the questions that came up that you think could be